Okay, I'm going to show you guys the books that I got at the Apocalypse Tour. I took them to get signed. Some of them I owned, and some of them I picked up while I was there. So I've got 11 books to show you, and let's get right to it. The first book I have to show you is actually a book that I won/was given at the event. Leslie Livingston had brought a copy of Wondrous Strange, and she intended to give it away. And pretty much I had gone to the back of the chapters where the young adult section is, and I had looked for it because I figured I'd get everything that she had out that they had available, but they didn't have the first book in that series, and getting 2 and 3 didn't make sense. And when I saw her with it, I commented on that, and she pretty much turned around and went, "Congratulations, you win," and handed it to me. So this is the first book. I'll open it and show you the signature. The cool thing about Leslie's signings is that each book has its own unique thing that she writes in it, and it has its own unique color. So there is the image of this signature, and I will read it to you. It says, has her name, that it says, "For Kat, luck, love, joy, and good hunting." Thank you yet again, Leslie. I really appreciate that. Continuing with this series, I got Dark Light. I picked this up at Chapters. I'm not terribly worried about whether my books are all in the same format. I know some readers really care about that. I care about getting to the story, and I love the opportunity of getting signed books because it usually means I got to talk to the author, and I usually build some form of a connection with them, either if it's something I've already read or if it's something I'm going to read, which I find really cool. Anyway, let's get to the actual thing. Where is it here? Hold on. Am I skipping or something? Here it is. It says, "For Kat, fairy tales are non-fiction." That's definitely a statement I could get behind. And there is the signature. Thanks yet again. That's gonna start getting really old because I've got 5 books by Leslie. While I was at Chapters, I also picked up, of course, Tempestuous, which is the last book in this particular trilogy. And if I open the book up, see if I can find this a little faster this time. This one says, "For Kat, magic time." And the thing I'm really curious about with these little quotes that she chooses, that she signs her books with, is whether they actually somehow correlate to the stories that she's written. I thought that would be really cool, and I love how she uses the different colors. So there's that one. Next up, I will show you my copy of Starling. I got this off Amazon. I ordered it for the signing, and it came in time. I'm really excited to read this. I read a sample of this on Amazon. That's how I know that I like Leslie's writing style, which is why I was so confident as to buy or get so many of the books. So I'm really looking forward to this. I love Norse mythology, and that seems to play a big role here, and I can't wait to find out more. Anyway, if we open it up and check out the signing, it says, "For Kat, en garde." And if I flip it around, I can show that to you. Flip it, and here it is. And thanks yet again. Lastly, from Leslie, I picked up a copy of Once Every Never. And this looks really cool. I love time travel stories, so this should be really fun. And if I open this one up, this one says, "For Kat, tempus fugit," which means time flies, and I totally massacred that in my article. I'll have to go back and fix the spelling, but there it is for you guys. And that'll be my final thanks to Leslie for signing all these books and for letting me win the copy of Wondrous Strange. Thank you so much. The next book that I got done at the signing is, I've had this in my library for a while. It's The Way We Fall by Megan Crew. This was actually one of my selections for Waiting on Wednesday. and I was actually really hyped about it when it came out, and then I didn't get around to it. It was right around the time when I started doing my Sailor's Promise edits, so I was not reading as much, unfortunately. But if I flip through the book, here is my signing from her. It says, "To Kat, what matters is the way we live." And that is something I think is really important, especially relating to this book, because this book is about people having to deal with this really scary virus. And I can tell you, especially like right now with my grandma being sick, making sure that somebody's life quality is important is definitely really, really important in that kind of a situation. I'm not sure if that's what she had in mind when she signed it, but that's what it made me think. And regardless though, thanks so much, Megan, for signing the book. It was an absolute honor to meet you. Okay, next up. Last weekend, I was talking about this in my recap for the Ontario Blog Squad Meet 2012. I had the pleasure of meeting Maureen McGowan, and I was really excited about coming to this event this weekend because I knew it meant that I'd be able to get a copy of her book, Deviance. And I'm really excited to read this. And of course, Maureen was a totally good sport, and she signed it for me, which was absolutely awesome. I've also got a signed postcard from her. I'll have to slide that inside of here. I'll use it. But it says, "It was great meeting you. Thanks for coming to our signing in Belleville, Maureen McGowan." And if I flip it, I will show that to you. I'm reading these because some of them might be hard to see. But there's that, and thanks so much, Maureen. The next book that I got signed is a book that I totally, completely loved this year. This is a copy of This Is Not a Test by Courtney Summers, which is definitely going to have a spot on my 2012 favorite reads of the year. There's just absolutely no question. This book is phenomenal. If you haven't read it yet, please run, don't walk. You need this. This is amazing. Anyway, Courtney was totally awesome, and she signed it for me. And if I flip to the signature, I'm not good at finding these. Here it is. It says, "Kathy, watch out for zombies, brackets, they're coming." And then her name, which is, of course, Courtney Summers. And if I flip that, there it is for you. Thanks so much for signing that for me, Courtney. I really appreciate it. I also took the copy of Cracked Up to Be that I received as a Christmas present last year in a swap during December. And I took it to get signed too. And if I look, here's the signature. It says, "Kathy, thanks for coming and hope you enjoy, Courtney Summers." And I will flip that and let you guys see it. And I'm sorry if I seem really clumsy. My hands are just about better, but they're still a little sensitive. Anyway, there's that signature. Thanks again, Courtney. It was a joy meeting you. The last two books that I have to show you are from Cheryl Rainfield. I spent a lot of time talking to Cheryl at the event. I really enjoyed visiting with her, and since the event was very low-key and very laid back, I got to do that a lot. The first book that I'm showing you is her book for the tour. It's Hunted, and this sounds totally awesome, and I can't wait to read it, especially not considering how much that I am enjoying her book Scars that I'm reading right now. Her writing style is really awesome. I really seem to have clicked with it, so that's always a good thing. It's really important. Anyway, if I flip around and go to the correct page, where did you sign it? Hold on here, I'm having trouble finding it. I'm not good at that. Where did you... Oh, here it is. It says, "To Kathy, believe in yourself, Cheryl Rainfield." And if you look, it's up at the top, near the top of the design here. But very pretty writing, a very pretty colored pen. Anyway, thank you so much, Cheryl. And the last book I'm going to show you, of course, is my copy of Scars. This book is awesome. This book is absolutely mind-blowingly fantastic. It's the kind of book where, like, if I could just tell everybody to read something, this is the kind of book I'd tell everybody to go out and read, because this is just absolutely amazing. Anyway, if I flip open to the correct page, my message from her for this one says, "To Kathy, treat yourself, take care of yourself, believe in yourself, Cheryl Rainfield." And I will flip it and I will show that to you guys. there it is. Once again, thank you so much for signing my books, Cheryl, and thanks so much for visiting with me at the event. I had a lovely time chatting with you. Anyway, those are the books that I got for the event, and I had a fantastic time going. I'd also like to thank Crystal for inviting me to go. I had a great time hanging out with you. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye!